Breaking news: the poor handling of Nnamdi Kanu trial will not allow Finland to send Simon Ekpa to be tried in Nigeria. And now to the news info. The various statements by officials suggesting that Simon Ekpa would be extradited to Nigeria shows either how dishonest or ignorant these officials are. They should have known that no country, especially an European country, would extradite a person to be tried in Nigeria. Indeed, Nigeria does not believe that Kenya would agree to extradite Nnamdi Kanu. That was why the Nigerian government chose to kidnap Kanu and rendition him to Nigeria instead of going through the normal extradition procedure in Kenya. So Finland has an impression that is as close as possible to being a rogue state. Indeed, they are aware that what would have preferred to do would be to come into Finland and kidnap Ekpa and rendition him to as they did Kanu. So, from the very beginning of the argument, the Finnish court will be viewing just the way the police would view a delinquent teenager, with a great deal of suspicion and skepticism. With respect to the case of Nnamdi Kanu, the following facts will always stand against in any extradition hearing in foreign country. 1. Nnamdi Kanu was granted bail in April 2017. By August of 2017, soldiers invaded his home, ransacked it, and killed many. And no questions were asked about it. No commander was ever held accountable. That incident is not even being discussed by them. So imagine that Finland knows all of these things that happened to Nnamdi Kanu and you think they are going to release Simon Ekpa to you. No way, they are not going to do that. 2. In June 2021, the EN violated international law and committed an act of extraordinary rendition against Nnamdi Kanu by kidnapping him in the country of Kenya and taking him to Nigeria. So you think that you are going to kidnap Simon Ekpa too? That one too will not work because Finland will be ready for you and anything you want to bring because this person is their citizen. So they are not going to allow anything to happen to their citizen. 3. Since he was brought into by rendition, then Ministry of Justice has not been able to formulate clear charges and prosecute him. It has been one obstacle or another, most of which were created by thereof. Okay. 4. Since he was brought into, he has remained untried and without bail under inhumane conditions. Yes, so he has been bailed but yet DSS still kept him in custody. So imagine Simon Ekpa is found not guilty and is told to go home. But see, they'll still keep him in prison because they say, he's a terrorist, he's this, he's that. The same way they are doing to Nnamdi Kanu, that is what exactly they are going to do to him. So if Finland makes out their findings and find out all of this, they are definitely not going to release him for extradition. They won't. 5. They could not even remand him in prison. Instead, they held him in extraordinary detention at the DSS facilities. 6. Since he was brought into DSS, several courts are giving conflicting judgments over preliminary issues in the case. Then, Court of Appeal at one point quashed all the charges against him, ordering for him to be set free, and disobeyed the judgment of the Court of Appeal and went on appeal. In fact, they encouraged the justices of the Court of Appeal to reverse themselves by granting a stay on the enforcement of their judgments. 7. The Supreme Court in its judgment admitted that they violated the human rights of Nnamdi Kanu massively, but instead of granting him relief, the Supreme Court merely urged him to pursue claims for right violations. Where else would such claims be better situated, if not at the Supreme Court, which has recognized the violation? 8. Various people have granted judgment to Kanu on the basis that his rights were violated and damages were awarded. None of those judgments have been obeyed by them. 9. Nnamdi Kanu requested that the trial judge to recuse herself from his case. The judge agreed and held that she had recused herself, but the chief judge ordered the judge to continue with the trial. So at the moment, Nnamdi Kanu is being tried by a judge who is unwilling to try him. When the judge agreed to recuse herself, it meant she agreed that there was no genuine ground for her to be recused. In other words, she made an order recusing herself. How was that order reversed? I wonder. 10. As of today, is holding a criminal defendant in a capital offense and refusing to try him. Instead, the court is praying for a political solution to a case it is supposed to be trying. They've even tried him and they've even bailed him, but yet you still say that you're going to keep this person in custody because of what? You're waiting for political solution. political solution that has not happened since. So when do you want to release this person to his family? You kept him there in custody since 2021. This is 2024, almost 3 years. For what? Nothing. With all the above factors, no country in this world will extradite Ekpa to this so that he would face similar ordeal as seen in the Nnamdi Kanu'S case. Inofficial over the years have shown themselves to be thoughtless, senseless, and harmful to the interests of Nigerians. Otherwise, they would have realized that the poor handling of the Nnamdi Kanu'S case would have consequences harmful to their reputation and image world over. I am sure that when Ekpa appears in court in Finland for any extradition hearing, the factors listed above will be only part of a long list of reasons not to extradite anybody to Nigeria. That's true. As Ibrahim says, Finland must send that animal to Nigeria so that our brothers from southeastern Nigerians will have their peace and no more sit at home. As they have arrested him now, the sit at home mother should be questioned now that they have arrested him, or they are still going to be afraid of him even while they have arrested him. Well, he has people that are working for him, so those ones might still be enforcing the sit at home order. So I really don't know. Rufai Olatunji said, you people think Finland police are not smarter than Kenyan police. You can't compare Finnish police authority with the African Kenyan authority. I bet you that Finnish authority will never ever slip off till Nigerian government will come over there and kidnap Simon Ekpa in their country. That they crazy. Person they fight for their freedom and they won't detain them for where? He's fighting for freedom, but the way he's going about it is like he's indirectly fighting for it. He doesn't really want the freedom. He's just doing that to cover face. That's what I feel that Simon Ekpa is doing. Virginia Onibo says, "Una go wait tire. At least they can do is trying to kidnap him like they did to Kanu." Amechi Anipota says, they know that the zoo is not a dwelling place for human beings. I'm telling you, it's not. People are even thinking about to run outside of the country. They will now release their citizens to Nigerians. They will not. Ugochukwu Mataya says, have they arrested all Boko Haram terrorists in the north and all their supporters moving freely in this country? What about all the political criminals of both past and present that stole millions and billions of dollars, yet they are moving freely here now in this country, and they want to go to Finland to arrest Simon Ekpa because he's an Igbo man, and they think that Finland is as corrupt as this country? Let us watch and see now. Let's watch and see. I know that Finland might not extradite him to Nigeria. Ayini Bara says the Nigerian government is a terrorist government, evil, foolish black government. No vex. No vex. Everybody is going through it. Cletus says Ekpa is released already and the terrorism allegations from Nigeria were struck out by the Finnish government. Really? He has been released? Well, we've not seen that. My listeners, over to you. Leave your thoughts in the comment section. Don't forget to like, to share and subscribe. Thank you for listening. See you some other time. Bye.